So here's a quick little video on infinite solutions and no solution equations that you will be asked to solve this week. I just wanted to take a second and clarify that because this confuses some people sometimes. So this will be really quick, and then there will be a short assignment for you to finish up after the video. Now this is an example of a solution that has infinite solutions. Obviously your assignment or any problem that you have on a test won't come right out and say, hey, this is an infinite solution equation, but I wanted to tell you ahead of time so you know what to look for. So in an equation like this, first thing you're going to do is distribute the 2, and you get 2x plus 2 times 4 is 8 minus 1 equals 2x plus 7. And then on the left hand side you're going to add like terms, so 8 minus 1 is 7. Now what you should be noticing is that both sides of the equation are exactly the same. 2x plus 7 is equal to 2x plus 7. Both sides of the equation are identical. And in math, that's known as the identity. And the identity just means that it doesn't matter what value you choose for x, every single value will make this equation true. So your answer is all real numbers or infinite solutions. There is an infinite number of numbers that make this equation true. That's your answer. So the key is when you're solving an equation and there's variables on both sides, if the left hand side looks exactly the same as the right hand side, you know it's infinite solutions. Okay, the next example, and again, I'm telling you up front, this is an equation that has no solution. So you would approach this equation and you would say, okay, I'm going to distribute the 2. I get 2x, 2 times x is 2x, plus 2 times 10 is 20, minus 1 equals 2x plus 7. And then you add like terms, 20 minus 1 is 19. Now you could stop right here and say, hey, is the left hand side exactly the same as the right hand side? Nope, they're not identical. But you might notice that these two are the same, the two variable terms. So that if I start to move on and subtract 2x from both sides, this side, the variable cancels out, and this side, the variable cancels out, and what you end up with is an equation that says 19 equals 7. Both of the variable terms are gone. There's no more variable in the equation. And if you look at the equation and ask yourself, hey, is this true? Is 19 equal to 7? The answer is no, it's not true. So your answer is no, as in no solution. And this is just an abbreviation for solution. So the key in a no solution equation is that the variable terms will cancel each other out on both sides, and you end up with an equation that is not true. Not true or no solution. And then the last one, people will get confused with a no solution or an infinite solution, and it's not really either of those. It does have a solution, and it just so happens that the solution is equal to 0. Just like if you get an answer of x equals 3, that's one solution. So again, you approach this equation, you start by distributing. 2 times 2x is 4x, plus 2 times 4 is 8, and that's equal to 2x plus 7. You add like terms, 8 minus 1 is 7. Oh, maybe they are exactly the same. Okay, so at this point you look. Is the left-hand side exactly the same as the right-hand side? No, 4x is not the same as 2x, so they're not identical. It's not the identity. Maybe they'll cancel each other out, so you subtract 2x from both sides. Do the variables drop out? No. So if you reach this point and you notice that the variables don't cancel out, it can't be infinite solutions, it can't be no solution, it's got to have at least one solution. So you keep going. Subtract 7 from both sides, you get 0 equals 2x. Now just because 0 shows up doesn't mean that it's going to be a no solution. You keep going. You divide by 2. You get x equals 0 divided by 2 is 0. You have $0, you split that between two people, you still have $0. So that's the solution where the answer is equal to 0. So, once again, no solution happens when the variables drop out and you get an equation that isn't true. Infinite solutions happens when the left-hand side is exactly the same as the right-hand side. And then sometimes you do get a solution and it just so happens that it's equal to 0. Okay, that's it.